That would be Bev, not Ben. Hi. I have some handouts here. I will just put them here.
Please introduce yourself. I know you mentioned your name, but if you could do it yourself.
Yes, I am Bev Kilmer, and my address is on record. I am the president of Freedom Speaks Coalition, a national 501c3 corporation, and I am here to speak about the drag queen in the library situation. I know that y'all have been hearing about it for quite a while and all, but you've got to understand that we are losing our children. This is moving into not just the public library, but it's going into the schools, as was mentioned earlier about the swaying and gyrations and everything. I've got a video that shows in a public school, an elementary school, one of these drag queen storybook hours where they are teaching the children to twerk their behinds. And that's just the beginning. I want you to look at this handout that I'm doing because it really is eye-opening, and I hope you will understand just how perverted this is. And when we're subjecting small children to climbing on the laps of strange men who are dressed like women, that is perversion, it's child abuse, it's pedophilia. And I also, right here, I've got a result of that atrocity. And I'll take just a second to get it up here. And I know y'all aren't going to be able to see it. I don't know if when I hold it up for you, if the camera will pull it up. This is a 9-year-old little boy who saw RuPaul dressed up in drag and decided he wanted to do it. His mom, and this is child abuse on her part, she should lose that child and he should be protected. This child was allowed to go into nightclubs and do shows as a 9-year-old child dressing up in drag. And this goes on and on and on. It is so perverted, and it's making it normal by you guys allowing it to be in the library and all. We're trying to protect our children. The public school system at this point is broken. I don't think it can be fixed. I think the answer is parents pull their children out of public school system as fast as you can to protect your children. And that's what I want y'all to know. We're leading to perversion.
Thank you, Ms. Kilmer.
Next is Raymond Johnson.
I have a handout as well. If I could get these passed around, all 19. My name's Raymond Johnson. Address is on file. I'm president of Biblical Concepts Ministries. I am here again to take up what we left off from June, I think it was, when, again, we're a group of us are here to oppose Drag Queen Story Hour. And by the way, welcome. I know we sort of had that time when the new council came on. So we really got to address this now. So welcome to the new council members, by the way. And I am very well aware of the consequences of the spring election, which is kind of why we're here. Part of your handout, I have emailed the council some very detailed information last week. And I have heard from no one other than maybe a couple that I have talked to. The first page of the handout that you're going to get is the mission statement of the organization of Jasmine. Since looking into the situation, I have learned more about Jasmine, but Jasmine has been a fire shut up in my bones for 4 years since I learned that they were operating. Jasmine stands for Jacksonville Area Sexual Minority Youth Network, and it clearly says they support and empower LGBTQ young people. You can see that their vision says that they affirm these homosexual children and their identities. If you look further down, it shows you that Jasmine is currently funded by, and this is what blew my mind. The third bullet point is the city of Jacksonville. Was these members of the council aware that you're funding an organization in our schools and in our public libraries that their absolute mission statement is to recruit children to be and live in the LGBT lifestyle. This is absolute child abuse and unacceptable for this body to put up with this. And I understand how you feel about it. I know what the result of the election was, but this is our opportunity. You're going to talk about a 0.5-cent sales tax. So I think that my ask is, before we give them any money, maybe Jasmine needs to get out of the schools and out of the library. This is inappropriate. Quickly, if you'll refer back to your emails, but I gave you a printed copy. I want you to look at some of these pictures of the Pride event that happened in June. By their own admission, guess what they do at Pride event over at Mosh? Here's a picture of the HIV bus. Why is that? The LGBT community understands that this is a very dangerous lifestyle, and they have the HIV testing bus there. Last year, I have 15 seconds, I documented the